Hello everyone, you know me, Rahul SMMA over here. As you know me from my previous videos, I have been uploading it for a while. Today I'm going to be speaking about a topic, how to scale your agency plus 10k month without spending a dime on ads. Basically, it has multiple portions which I cover, like how systems which you need in place, um, how to build a strong personal brand, how to scale your operations, and how to get a team. Basically, there are certain things which I'm gonna be going deep dive into in today's topic, and basically explaining if anyone is getting started or anyone is already in the space and trying to look for better clients, and clients who are paying you quite a good amount, or like good deals. Basically, I'm going to be talking about that a lot in a whole, and basically I'm explaining everything in details how you can scale your business around that amount of money. And today it's not that much of a big of a video, but it will be very valuable, and I will be sharing a lot of my personal experiences and everything. Yeah, let's get into the presentation and see you there. Hello everyone. So yeah, here we are in the presentation, and basically this is the portion, like these are the couple of things which I want to show you as a proof. Like these are some of the quarterly payments from one of my IDs which I've received. These are the some booked calls this year only. Like I'm just trying to gather some proof so everyone sees this. And basically the topic is like the 10k plus agency growth blueprint without spending anything on ads. And that's the like basic thing of it. Like I don't want you guys to spend any money on ads. Basically, and if you go through this video, you won't be spending any money to get clients, and that's my whole point of making these videos. Basically, let's dive deep into it and get started with the topic. All right, so yeah, uh, how to avoid spending on ads. Basically, people who are getting started in the space or an online business or anything spend too much money on ads, and basically ads don't work for them. They get some leads here and there, and like nah, like they back off because they don't have any systems in place. Basically, ad is like an amplifier to your business. It's nothing else more than an amplifier. So if you don't have systems, if you don't have organic systems in place, like of lead gen, of content and everything, and referral systems, community partnership and outbound systems in place, then ad is just like useless. You're just burning money. It's better you waste it somewhere else other than in running ads. So here are a couple of key components you need to get started without ads. You need a very good content marketing, okay? Because content marketing I will be explaining a bit more later down the video, in the down stages of the video, about more about content marketing and how you can make it better, basically. And content marketing is the key, guys. You can promote your product, your system, you can provide values, and it can help you to build your audience and gain the trust of your audience using content marketing. Like content marketing is the key, and it gets the best part about content marketing is it gets you all inbound leads, and the most precious thing in the whole business world is inbound leads. Nothing can beat that. And other than that, there are referral systems. Referral systems are basically, you get the trust of your clients, you get a deal from a real estate agent, and that real estate agent, if you work really good with him and you perform and you give him the result, desired results he wants, he obviously knows 10 more or 5 more people who are already who are running that same business too. And usually using this, they will refer to you if you are really good at it. I have got multiple referrals, multiple people by now. But yeah, usually get a lot of people coming to you. Like one client can basically change your whole life. That's the motto in the referral system. You can have a community of people coming towards you and getting your services or whatever it is. Community building, I have built multiple communities by now. community is one of the best ways to have a sustainable growth in this space. Basically, because community helps you to get in the limelight, have some people know who you are, what you do, and why you do it, and even help you to get there easily. So basically, community building is basically you can build this community in in school, either in WhatsApp, either in Telegram, either in Facebook groups, whatever you will prefer. Like there are many places you can build this community and be the admin of it, or run it through your partners and all of that kind of stuff, and get the most out of it. Community, I have built multiple thousands of members into communities, hundreds of members into communities, and it has really helped me for sustainable growth. Like even if you don't get clients, you know, like people get, you get the eyeball of the people through community building. Yeah, that's like quite important. Now get to the topic of strategic partnership. Strategic partnership is basically like you partnering up with same people in the space, and I have partnered with multiple people through coaching, through DMs, and shares and all of that kind of stuff, revenue shares and all of that kind of stuff. And it really helped me to get foreign audience a lot. Like I did couple of partnership with couple of guys in UK, US, and it helped me to expose myself into their audience, and it really builds you up. So yeah, it's like a very good way to collab with the people in your space. An outbound system, it's one of the toughest systems to build, but if it's good, it speaks for itself, guys. So basically, outbound systems are basically you doing all the things like outreach and all of that kind of stuff. I have the presentation below, so you will be knowing more about this in the below slides. And yeah, let's get to the biggest topic in the whole video. Why build a strong personal brand? This is the most biggest question. If you go through any person currently, any successful business owner, any successful entrepreneur, you will find one thing in common. All they have is a strong personal brand. I mean, you can go through examples of anyone: Andrew Tate, Elon Musk, the guy who won the mayor thing in New York, Zoran Madrani, the guy of Indian descent. All they do have a personal brand, because that thing really stands out. Like personal brand is the key these days to succeed. And I have got coaching to build a personal brand for myself. I've hired people, and it has really helped me. I've got couple of thousand people in my Insta and LinkedIn, but I'm trying to go much beyond that, and still learning and still applying a lot of things. And basically, the motto is that people buy from people who they know, like, and trust. So personal brand you helps you if you provide consistent value, engage with your community and people, with your audience. Then people know you, like you, and they at the end eventually trust you. And once the trust is there, they start buying from you. So yeah, usually you become the go-to expert in that topic or the specific niche you are promoting. You build trust, and as I told you, like trust, after you build trust, it's very easy to sell. Like it's a piece of cake, but the hardest part is to build trust. So if you're trying to sell it to everyone, I think you are in the wrong train. Basically, try to build trust first, then sell, because without trust there is no selling. And once you have a strong personal brand, you can command attention, and you can command premium and high ticket prices, like couple of $1,000, and close them for like good amount, and it's quite good. So premium you can go to premium pricing. You can have a wait list of people, like in your request, in your DMs, in your sales cycle. You can reach out and close anytime you want, like something like that. If you know, you know. And you can turn your expertise into a lead magnet, or basically give out courses and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, like personal brand is the key over here. If you want a strong online business, you have to focus on this. If you are a business owner, entrepreneur, solopreneur, whatever you are, or you're trying to build a business, I would suggest you not to hide behind shiny logos and desks and all of that, but first focus on building a very strong personal brand, because this is the go to. Now, how to attract higher quality clients? Basically, you have heard this over and over again: quality over quantity, fewer clients, bigger profits. Yeah, I used to prefer quantity at a time, at a point when got started, but now I solely rely on quality. Like, I don't need too many clients, I just need the good clients who can pay me good amount of money. So I don't go over quantity. Like, if you are doing like $100 ticket for 10 people, you are getting a lot of headache. It's better to get a one guy who pays you 1,000 or $2,000 and get rid of rest of them, and that helps you to get time for yourself, for your business, and in your put time in your personal growth, and have bigger profits. So you can you have to like position yourself as a premium guy, not a cheap guy. Basically, this is like something which you gain with time. It's not that easy. You can't come into the field one day and start being like, oh, I'm premium, I'm this, I'm that. No, it takes time and experience. So you have to be molded into this. So it takes time and experience to become premium and charge higher quality tickets. So I have been there. I have started working from $50 tickets, are now closing to a couple of $1,000 ticket. So it takes time, guys. It's a process, not a one day thing or a child's play. So take it easy, go there, start talking to people, and start closing them, and understand the process. Okay, and you have to target people who value results, who value your trust, your result, your time over price, because the people who are driven by price are not the people who you want to target, because there is someone cheaper who is working, who is doing the same thing for you. Same thing. You can go to Fiverr, you can go to multiple places. There is always a cheaper option. Okay, you know that, everyone knows that for sure. So you don't have to target basically like people who are looking for prices, because you can't compete in price. There is no competition in price. There is always a cheaper option available. If you are living in, I mean, west, there are people in India and Asia or China or something like that. They can do work at a very cheap amount, because the currency is very different, like the value proposition is very different. So you can never compete. Even if I am living in India currently, but still, like there are many people who in India too who can do the same thing I'm doing at a very very cheaper price, because the I mean, I don't compete in price at all these days. It is what it is, kind of thing. Create a irresistible value proposition, like putting out yourself there and creating a good value is key, is very very important in the space. Like putting out value, helping people out, whatever you are posting in content, videos and everything, try to put out as much value as possible. I have been through some mentors and coaches and all of that kind of stuff, and they told me like value beats everything. The more value you produce, the more results you get and the more deals you close. So guys, focus on value a lot. Build a social proof. Social proof is like your client saying good things about you, a good testimonial, a good justification, or your community saying good things about your stuff. That usually is like a social proof. You can use it, you can leverage it. You If you made like, there are multiple ways. So suppose I am making a system for someone, some client. How I can use it as a social proof? I usually do it like, see, this is the video I made, a short video explaining the system and all of that kind of stuff. Put it out in YouTube, Insta, and like in the social media, and it usually helps me to build a social proof. Even if I get testimonials and all of that kind of stuff, you can't beat that. Testimonials always win. And master the art of high value sales conversation. Like your negotiation skills should be good. You get what you negotiate for, not what you ask for. So negotiation is very very important, guys, very very important for scaling. Let's get to the topic of business. Yes, so basically over here what I want to explain is uh, so building a personal brand, getting high ticket clients, you have to approach this with a mindset of business. It's a business. Even if you are making AI work for yourself, even if you are getting people hired, but still you have to approach this as a war, as a business, as a competition, because that's a mindset you need to have if you want to succeed. Okay, every you are competing versus other teams, other people, other businesses, and if you don't have that mindset, if you think you have a personal brand, this that you get AI, you this people, no, you have to approach, the mindset should be like that. It's a business, it's something important, you have to approach this as an important way. Okay, so yeah, so over the get into the motto. Every expert was once a beginner. Here's your roadmap. So I myself, now I can claim to be a semi expert. I won't claim to be an expert, but I can be an expert. But I was even a beginner a couple of years ago. I even started as a beginner. So everyone who you see was a beginner in the space, millions of followers, whatever it was, everyone was a beginner. So there is no shame in starting out, getting started, fumbling it, getting ahead. Everyone was once a beginner, and every and you learn through your way, by going through your path. So yeah, if you're getting started, choose a niche, whether it's marketing, content, AI, content, I mean influencer, whatever it is, plus profit. Like you have to see, like if you are not going backwards. So suppose if you are like trying to be a generic guy or an overall person who doesn't have any expertise and expect a very high profit margin, you can't get that. So you have to be very specific of what you're doing and how you're doing it, and whatever you choose, you should know, like you should think of it as a something which has a high profit margin. Yeah, basically start with like less services, like a small brand, small service, just to test the waters. I still give out very a lot of free trials if I'm starting out with a new system. So currently I've been giving a lot of free trials to people who have been showing interest in my calling agents, because this is something new in the market and we are still testing it out. So if you are not very sure of the thing which you are currently giving out, please start with a minimal and viable services. Giving out free trials is not a bad thing. Giving out something for free is not a bad thing, but make sure you at the end of the day you make profit out of it. Not just don't just lay yourself down to people, because world is cruel and you have to be cruel. So yeah, basically not like that, but make sure like you start with minimal, give out something for free if you need that confidence to build it up in yourself. um, and basically building your first client base is very strategic. So as I told you about my journey, I started with $50 tickets. I scaled it, like I started with scaling it, selling that $50 system to 10 more people. I made $500. So yeah, I started strategically. So usually you have to start it strategically, gain experience, then learn more, fail, and create systems. Basically, that scale from day one. Even if you fail, you can put out other system. But I have failed in many systems. Some of my systems have failed. But what did I didn't do? I didn't stop. I kept continuing and continuing. So Yeah, you have to create the systems and leverage the systems and get the systems and copy those systems which you see out in the market in the people, and put it out in over there. And avoid common beginner mistake like spending a lot of money, putting out money in bullshit things and all of that kind of stuff which can kill your growth. And try to be as much humble and as much consistent as possible, because if it was easy, everyone could have done it. So you have to be in that mindset of it's getting started. This portion is much more about the mindset and how you have to approach the things, not like it's just a business side or so. No, it's not like that. It's a war, and you have to treat it as a war. You have to treat it as your main business, then only you make some good amount of money. Else you're just like everyone else, putting half paced efforts. You have to put your 100 and more than 100%, then you only make something good out of it. Yeah. And let's get to the most important one of the most important topic in scaling a business: lead generation. I have seen many people struggle with this, many, putting thousands of dollars in ads, doing this, that, blah, 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 blah. How you generate leads, this, that. I think it's one of the easiest things if you have proper systems. Leads equals to money. Okay. So over here you can see how I got so many clients without spending a dime in ads. Basically what I did was go to Facebook groups or communities, build out communities and post my systems. You can see over here I have multiple comments, hundreds of comments. This post got 109 comments. Like, and this comments usually end up converting to calls when they like with a call to action. So this had a call to action DM start. So whoever puts the start, I send out them lead magnet, which is usually like the a document or a video or anything like that, with whatever it is in my circulation. And from there they start asking me more questions, we get into a conversation, and boom, you book a call. Like, you can see couple of calls booked over here. So yeah, I just booked like this month's calls, 3 or 4 calls I booked this month. By now 4 5 calls I booked this month only using this same strategy. So Facebook group is like a gold mine if you know how to use it properly. You have to get into those groups, post it regularly, have a engaging community, and boom, you have calls booked, and that call ends up being deals. So yeah, the lead generation. I told you about the Facebook group, how I've been generating leads using Facebook groups and all of that kind of stuff, like the call to action and everything. Now let's get to the second topic, which is content marketing. So yeah, basically content marketing is like the post and the value you give out in the post. So you have two examples of the post. One is like the post and the system breakdown on the value based content. You can see over here like this $3,000 month employee, which is like an AI caller which we have been talking about. And usually in this basically I'm giving out the whole system breakdown, its pros and its cons, and how it can help you in multiplying your um, appointments and getting your costs lower using this system. So basically over here you can see in the video, like in the photo here, how it works. Like I'm explaining about the agent of 11 labs and the backend, which is the N8, which we have been using, like all of that kind of stuff. What it usually does, it usually puts you out in the front, gets your trust up and your value up. Basically this kind of system based um, um, content and content marketing usually gets you a lot of traction and lot of following in the space, people who are actively looking out for this system and all of that kind of things. So basically this kind of systems usually helps you out to stand out, like the value is high, the systems are high, and you are being transparent to your people. Even if someone buys from this is the same system which I posted, I'm gonna be giving out to them. So they see, oh, like it's like showing you the thing before they buy it. So you have to be very transparent in the value which you give. So and in the second part, you can even see like I have a promotional video. This is like a story and a journey of mine which I documented. And this kind of video, what it does is like I cut it out, like this is a long, like 15 to 20 minutes long YouTube video, which I cut it out in a bit and use it as a short to promote and run ads. This kind of video, what it does, like this is a promotional way based content. It usually helps me a lot and lot to get myself out and like get my story and my things out to the people. So people usually relate to your struggles and stories and everything like that. So over here, this kind of post, what I do is like I usually use this kind of post to promotion, like to run boost, run Instagram boost and all of that kind of stuff. So people come and see and they get engaged with my content and they relate with me and all of this kind of things. So this is a like a good thing. So you can keep this all these two things in mind: promotional and value based content. These are the two contents which you can use in content marketing, which can be helpful in getting you a lot of leads. So yeah, now let's get to the next, the outbound system. So the email system, email system, so email outreach system, outbound system we have been using. So basically we have been using instantly, or you can use smart leads. There are some of them in the market. I prefer instantly. Even smart lead is good. You can buy a domain in GoDaddy or any other provider, warm that up for 2 to 4 weeks, for a month or so. Then you can use AI to research, like use a database like Apollo or anything, or Appify to scrape that data, craft offers, and that's it. Like you launch a campaign. So email systems are usually very good to get outbound stuff done. You need a very precise offer, and personalization really helps. You can even build out workflows or full AI systems which does it like at a very high scale and fully auto automatically, but it costs you a money, a lot of money. So I do it semi automatically, which costs me a bit less of money, but yeah, it works. So yeah, I don't care about it, so I just care about it working, and it books me appointments and everything. And for the DM system, like I do outreach in Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn and whatever platform you use. You can even use AI to prospect those IDs, Appify and all of that kind of scrapers, content, interest, like while outreaching on Instagram, we like their stories, their posts and everything. We personalize their DM as we do it, like use AI to personalize those DMs, and have a sales team, a team of setters and closers who close them in the chat. Like outbound leads are quite cold, and it usually takes a lot of longer sales cycle to close them. So yeah, it takes a lot of time, but it usually helps you to get people attraction of it. Usually outbound is a game of its own. It can have a specific dedicated video for it, but as you know, like my topic was to let everyone understand how you can scale without spending much money in ad. And this kind of systems, like email systems, cost you some money. All the systems above don't cost you much money, but yeah, email systems and DM systems cost you some money. You can have some personalization and all of that kind of stuff. So basically, you have all this in place, and you can get a lot of deals and a lot of people to buying your product and buying your services, whatever you are selling. Yeah, so thank you so much for being part of this training and video, and hope you have a great day ahead, and thank you for being here. And I will keep on updating everyone in my community and my followers and my subscribers to let me know about, let them know about more of the stuff. Thank you so much. Have a great day ahead.